if they ended up at each other's throats, if it just kind of disintegrated, then there would be no legitimacy and we would go on as before. I'm very, very happy that Mr. Baker adverted to what I think is the single most important decision by the United States Supreme Court in our history, that is McCulloch versus Maryland. And I think it's the single most important decision because of a sentence that Felix Frankfurter once said is the most important sentence in our history. We must never forget it is the Constitution we are expounding. And quite frankly, I find that mysterious. Why would anybody think that's even a very interesting sentence? Because of course it's the Constitution they're expounding. It's not the Internal Revenue Code or whatever. But then he went on to say 7 paragraphs later, it is a Constitution designed to endure, not like the Articles of Confederation, which lasted a grand total of 6 years. And it must be adapted to the various crises of human affairs. Well, I think that one of the things that unites us, whatever our political differences, is that we are in a term of crisis. This is one of the foreseeable crises of human affairs, and the Constitution has to be adapted. Now, some of us, I suspect Professor Tribe and myself, are more generous. I mean, McCulloch versus Maryland is one of the great exercises of constitutional adaptation. Others of you may reject McCulloch, which I think is at the heart of many of the current debates. But what we're talking about today is not controversial theories of constitutional interpretation. We're talking about the kind of adaptation that doesn't raise those kinds of lawyers' questions. Rather, they raise questions about what it means to be an active citizen in 2011.
Great. Thank you very much, Senator. Barbara Perry is a senior fellow in the Presidential Oral History Program at the University of Virginia's Miller Center. She was before the Carter Glass Professor of Government at Sweetbriar College, where she founded the Center for Civic Renewal. She was Judicial Fellow at the United States Supreme Court, where she received the Tom C. Clark Award. And she served as a Senior Fellow for Civics Education at the University of Louisville's McConnell Center and is a non-residential fellow there. She is the author of 8 books, including a co-author of one of the most important books I think that there is about this issue, and so I'd like to invite her to come up and share her particular political science perspective on this legal question.